Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing my makeup with all of the free Chanel makeup I got from Ulta. And with the title of this video, if you guys are reward members, you know exactly how I got this makeup for free. But for those of you who don't know, Ulta has one of the best reward programs. By the way, I'm using Chanel's foundation. This one's the Vita Lumiere Aqua. I am the shade 30 Beige. If you're not part of the Ulta Rewards program, I highly recommend that you sign up because their reward system is unmatched. I'm using a beauty blender to blend this out. It's unmatched. And it has been for like the past 6 or 7 years. Nobody holds a candle to their reward system, and every year that passes, they continue to start carrying more and more luxury brands. Charlotte Tilbury is now coming to Ulta. Chanel though was the one I think none of us expected. I remember I had like just given birth to my baby girl when I saw the news on Instagram that Chanel was coming to Ulta. And I was like, this can't be possible. Like, this is a lie. This is one of those fake news things. I was, ready to, see all the reports on Instagram. When you post false news, you know how they like remove the post, the whole nine. But I have a very good friend of mine that actually works for Ulta. And she confirmed that the rumors were true. Chanel made the boss move of going to Ulta. And naturally, everybody else followed suit. We got Charlotte Tilbury, Dior, Fenty Beauty. And every year that passes, like, more and more of the brands that we love come to Ulta. Recently, Sol de Janeiro is coming to Ulta. Everybody loves that damn bum bum cream. By the way, I've never tried it. I know. What am I waiting for? I've never tried it. Mostly because I'm not a fan of like tropical scents, and I think that's what kind of turns me off. But I did get a sample of like a floral cream they had, and I was pleasantly surprised. So I'm definitely gonna pick them up if they come to Ulta. So with the Ulta Rewards program, it's very easy for you to accumulate points because Ulta constantly has 5 times the points, 3 times the points, and the higher you are in their tier. I am a platinum. I can't remember if diamond or platinum is the highest. I think I'm platinum, yeah. Platinum is like the highest tier. And so the higher you are, the faster you accumulate points because you get more points per dollar the higher you are on that scale. And the more opportunity you get to build those points. For example, if they're running a promotion where everybody gets 5 times the points, much like Nordstrom, people who are at the diamond and platinum level will get 10 times the points on their purchases. So it's very easy to accumulate points. Now, with their point system, it's important to know that it is not worth it to cash in your points unless you have reached $125 worth of points. And it's really awesome because if you have the app will literally tell you on the homepage. I didn't even tell you what kind of corrector I was using. I'm using the Chanel Rose corrector just to brighten the inner corner of my eyes, and I'm blending that with my beauty blender. The app right on the home screen will show you how much points you have and what the dollar amount, what the equivalent dollar amount to that is. So unless your dollar amount is $125, it's not worth cashing in your points, and any Ulta associate will tell you that. I learned that one time when I had like, I think it was $160 worth of money in points, and the associate was like, I recommend that you only use $125 because you're gonna actually get less for your points if you do not redeem $125 at like each time. So you can save your points. You don't have to automatically cash them at $125. What you can do is wait until you reach $250 worth of points and cash all of that in, because technically it's $125 and $125 that you're cashing in. I am using my Chanel Natural Finish Loose Powder to set my face. This is in the translucent shade, also known as 20 Clear. And I'm using a Real Techniques powder brush to do that. I'm not gonna lie, there has been years, especially since the pandemic, I have not been reaching the platinum tier. I have stayed in the diamond tier. Last year I did reach platinum, and it was because I got some, I think it was some kind of Dyson product for my mom. And it's just awesome. So with that said, what I did was that because there are lots of staple products that I love from Chanel that I use day in and day out, I decided that this time I was gonna use my points to buy Chanel products that I love. And I know you're wondering, oh, but do they only carry like the core line? No, they get the holiday gift sets too that are released on the Chanel website and to the boutiques. They get those gift sets, some of them, not all of them. They get some of the new releases. So honestly, you just gotta look. And I feel like not a lot of people remember that Chanel is at Ulta. And so since I love most of their foundations, I use my points to get all that stuff, and I get it for free. Next, I'm going in with a Refer number 4 brush, and I'm using my Clarins bronzer. I mean, can we just talk about this packaging? How stunning. How stunning is that? I just mix all 3 colors together. And so that is how I picked up all of this free Chanel makeup that I'm gonna show you in this video. I haven't showed you yet the stuff that I got for free. I have it in front of me, still boxed and everything. What I ended up doing was I had a gift card for Ulta, and I had points that I wanted to use, and that's what I did use towards my purchase. One of the products that I had picked up with my points one time that I redeemed it was the Chanel glittery body oil that came out this year. You guys know which one I'm talking about, right? I did a little review about it in this channel. And I'm just blending this on the edges of my forehead and around my face, for those of you who are wondering what I'm doing. By the way, this number 4 Refer brush, I am so impressed by it. It is so good, so good. Anywho, if you have points, save them up for stuff that usually never goes on sale. Ulta can have 1,001 sales. They can have 1,001 coupons. That's another thing. Ulta has coupons all the time. You're constantly getting 20% off coupons. So it's not that like twice a year sale situation that Sephora has. So you have a lot of opportunity to build up those points quickly and maintain your status. Now, this past year, I'm not gonna reach platinum because I spent a lot of my time buying like Westman Atelier products, and that's not offered, and Henry Rose products. Those are only offered at Sephora. So I reached my Rouge tier member at Sephora, but not at Ulta, which says a lot because I did cut back a lot this year on beauty purchases. So it would make sense that I was not gonna reach my tier in one of those companies. I just didn't know which one it was gonna be. So Ulta just happened to be the one. And I just want you to know that if Merit and Westman Atelier come to Ulta and Henry Rose, Sephora ain't ever gonna see me. They're never gonna see me. They're never gonna see me. For blush, I am using my Guerlain Golden Land pearls, and this is not a setting powder for me. It's actually a blush because it has like these burgundy like balls in there, so I get the most beautiful blush out of this, and that's what I've been using. We're just gonna lightly dust this on the cheek with a Bare Minerals Soft Focus face brush, a little bit on the nose. But yeah, I feel like the more luxury brands that come to Ulta, the less I'm gonna shop at Sephora, just because I get a better deal at Ulta. And I think for years, this has been the gripe with Sephora. They just don't have a very good reward system. And I'll give you the perfect example. What you have to reach 2,500 points in order to redeem that for a $100 gift card, right? But you can only redeem that gift card on get that option to redeem, like exchange your points for a gift card on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And there's a limited amount, so you can't always do it. It takes forever to try to get one of those gift cards. It shouldn't be that complicated. I have my points, let me just redeem them whenever I choose to. I shouldn't have to fight other people for that gift card. Everybody's complaint. Have they changed it? No. You know why? Because people continue to shop at Sephora and it doesn't hurt them. So, you know, when it does though, you'll see how quick they change. But that's just like everything in life, you know? By the way, I am using the Chanel highlighting powder in the shade 20 Warm Gold. I am definitely reaching pan on this little sucker, as you can see. I love this highlight. It's very subtle, very middle of the road. If you're not looking for anything too shiny, too like sparkly, you want seamless highlight, this is the tone I usually recommend for anyone. And you can see it's just very subtle, sinks into the skin beautifully. So with Ulta, you just don't have that kind of shopping experience. You just go in, you say, hey, I want to redeem my points, they do it for you right there at the cash register. If you want to redeem it online, it's also super easy. I'm gonna blend this all out with my powder brush that I used for my setting powder. And now let's go in with a little bit of eyeshadow primer. I'm using my Urban Decay anti-aging eyeshadow primer potion. And so what I did was I redeemed my points and I used a gift card to make my purchase. Now, I could have chosen not to use my gift card, and I didn't use all of my gift card. Like what I had left over to pay was I think like 20 bucks, and I used my gift card to pay for that. I have never had any issues with Ulta redeeming my points at checkout, because I have redeemed my points in person and through the app. And this particular purchase, I had redeemed my points through the app. I didn't even have to go into the store. So they really do make it very easy, and there's a lot of incentive with signing up for the Ulta Rewards program. I love it. I truly do. And it's free, by the way, for those of you who don't know. You can sign up for the Sephora program or the Ulta program. It's free. Now let's get to the stuff I picked up. So you guys know I am a huge fan of the Chanel eyeliners. This is like the eyeliner I've been using for years and years, and it is the Stilo waterproof eyeliners. I love these, and I picked up 4 colors that were new and I didn't have. I picked up 46 Vert Emerald, which is green, and we all knew I was gonna pick this up. Let me just show you. By the way, shelf life for this is 18 months, and I just love this color. It is this beautiful metallic green shade. You guys see that? For those of you who don't know, green is my favorite color, and so I like deeper greens, and you guys know I was gonna pick that up. Then I picked up 30 Marine, which is the most beautiful blue, and I'm gonna swatch it right next to it. It also has this metallic finish. Absolutely stunning. Abby Bliss White from YouTube also uses this color a lot, and she loves it, and it looks really good on her. So I had to pick up this shade because I knew I would get a lot of use out of it. And the only eyeliners I had left from Chanel are these 3. So I knew I had to start like buying a couple more colors just to have on hand. I picked up 48 or Antique, which is this really cool gold, and I actually got this not to wear on my top lash line, but actually to wear on my bottom waterline. How stunning is that color? So I thought this was a very cool, different shade, something out of the norm for me. And the last color I picked up was Cassie's, and this is gonna be a matte shade. Doesn't have any kind of metallic or sparkly finish, but it is this beautiful eggplant purple color. And although these are waterproof, they are easy to take off. You don't need like makeup remover. I double cleanse, so I feel like if you don't double cleanse, then you may need a makeup remover for these, but these come off fine. They don't budge, they don't run, they stay on all day. They're just amazing. The next item I picked up was a quad that's part of the permanent line for like Chanel. And I have been dying to try this quad. I just never seem to get around to it. And it is spices. This quad, man, is it beautiful. I have seen it in store. I have swatched it, and for some reason, there's always something else that I end up picking up because I get distracted. But look at how beautiful this quad is. Is she not stunning? You got a little bit of peach there, a little bit of brown. So I'm really happy I was able to pick this up, and I'm gonna swatch this for you right now. Let me take out the little, by the way, the little sponge applicators that come with the Chanel quads are amazing. They're so soft, so good. I use them a lot to smudge eyeliner onto like the bottom lash line. They're awesome. So don't toss these, give them a try. Okay, first color I'm going to swatch. I'm gonna start counterclockwise. So it'll be this color, this color, this color, this color, okay? Because they don't have shade names like these quads, they don't, and I'm looking at the box, but even the little tutorial, it comes with a little booklet that kind of gives you a couple of looks that you can do, but it doesn't, they don't have shade names. They just tell you light shade and medium shade. So I'll show you the finger swatch. I love, this is like their beautiful, like original eyeshadow formula. Absolutely stunning. Just gonna show you all of these colors on my finger before I swatch it. Look at that color story. This is right up my alley. So, since I have run out a little bit of real estate here, I'm just going to do this on the side. They swatch very, very nicely. You can build it up, of course, but this is a Chanel quad. This is not, this is not supposed to be, this is not Natasha Denona. You get what I'm saying? So here's that white highlighting shade. There's that beautiful light peachy pink. We have that beautiful bronzy tone and that gold. I mean, just stunning. The pink is almost the same color of my skin tone here. I just love this quad. And I'm really excited to try this on camera with you guys. The last and final product I picked up with my points was a Rouge Coco Bloom in the color 110 Chance. And this is what the packaging looks like. You have this clear kind of top. And then here is the bullet. How stunning is that? And then let's go ahead and swatch this on the back of my hand. These Rouge Coco Blooms have the same kind of emollient consistency as their Flash, Rouge Coco Flash lipsticks, but they're much more pigmented. And so I prefer the blooms over the Flash. That's just me. Okay, now let's get started with the eyeshadow because my primer has already set. I am going to be using my Chanel makeup brushes. I'm gonna use the dual-ended eyeshadow brush that came in this set that I hauled this year. And this is really cool because you get these travel brushes. You get a blender on one side and you get like a shadow one on the other side. And I'm also going to be using the N201 dual-ended brush, which has like this liner precision smudging situation brush on one side and a true smudger or detail brush on the other. Okay, The first color I want to dip into is going to be this beautiful pinky shade over here. I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit. This shadow. Oh, that's pretty. It gives a very subtle sheen. I feel like this quad is perfect for those of you who are looking for a very simple, everyday quad that has a lot of one and done shades. Why is my camera red? Okay, I had to zoom you guys out because for some reason, when I zoom you guys in, my camera decides to get red. Like, it makes me red, as you can see. So I just zoomed you guys out. I don't know. This camera is just on its last leg. And I haven't even gotten around to do any kind of research on what kind of camera I want. I don't have the energy to do that right now. So this is gonna have to do. Anyways, if you really look at this quad, you have a lot of one and done shades for people who really don't like wearing too much makeup. If you wanna wear a soft pink, you have that. If you wanna wear a soft frosty white, you have that. A beautiful warm tone gold, you have that. And if you wanna smoke it up as a one and done shade and put that bronzer all over the lid, you can do that as well. Next, I'm gonna go in with the brown shade and I'm gonna use the blender side of this brush. So I think that Spices is one of these quads that has been around forever because it's just like that one quad, I think it's Tissé Rivoli, that has those cool tone purples and grays. People just gravitate to those tones and it's a tried and true staple in people's collection. And Spices has been around, I think, for about the past 8 or 9 years, because probably longer than that. That's just how long I have been, you know, purchasing from Chanel Beauty. So I remember from the moment I discovered Chanel Beauty, Spices, this quad has been part of the line. They have changed out and removed a lot of them, but this one and Tissé Rivoli have been one that I consistently see as part of the permanent line. So, you know, it's not that you have to run out and get this, you know, it's gonna be there. It's not going anywhere, or so we hope so. But if you had your eye on it, I highly recommend it. It's so nice. And this is very tried and true to the brand. Like I said, I have been using their eyeshadow formula for a really long time, and I love the softness. I love the etherealness of the brand and their shadows. Next, I am going to go in with a Chanel number 19 blender brush, and I'm gonna go in with that white because I wanna highlight the brow bone ever so lightly. Oh, it's just stunning. I love that. I'm gonna go in with a clean brush. This is like a brush that has no name or whatnot. It was given to me at a Chanel stand in Bloomingdale's. I'm just going to blend all of this out. It was given to me at a Chanel Bloomingdale's because I actually went in to try one of the correctors and concealers, and this is what they use to apply it. And this is not a disposable brush by any means, and they let me take it home because they were not allowed to reuse it due to the pandemic. So with what's left on the brush, I'm just gonna tap right here just to give it a little depthness. And then I want to go in with the pointy side of this dual-ended 201 brush, and I want to go into the white, and I want to put it right into the inner corner right here just to brighten that up. And I know I'm calling this shade like a frosty white. It's actually like a frosty, creamy, ivory kind of shade. It doesn't have too much of a white base. It's more like an ivory, creamy color, which I think is just genius. And I think if you're somebody who really likes doing your eyeshadow, but you still like that clean girl aesthetic look, then you're going to love this quad. I'm gonna go in with one of the Chanel sponges, and I'm gonna go into the brown shade in here. And I'm going to apply just a little bit onto the bottom outer lash, like very subtle, because I'm creating a daytime look. So just like that, to create a very subtle shade. And now out of all, I'm pretty much done with eyeshadow, in case you guys are wondering. Now out of all the eyeliners I picked up, I am going to apply the gold, sparkly gold shade on my waterline, and then for my top lashes, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Cassie's because I think it is the one that matches this quad the most. And I'm going to put Or Antique, which is the gold one, on the waterline. And I'm just going to line the top lash line, trying to stay as close to that waterline as possible. So here we have Cassie's on the top lash line, and then that gold shade on the waterline. It's just so cute. Absolutely stunning. Next, I'm gonna go in with some brow gel. And this is my Kosas brow gel in the color medium brown. You know, this is another like clean beauty brand, and this says it has a 6-month shelf life, but why do I feel like I have been using this way longer than 6 months? This stuff is awesome. I really do love this just as much as the Benefit Gimme Brow. If you're looking for a cleaner brow gel, this is really good. I had to move to a room with better lighting as usual because I'm always chasing the light at this house, but here it is in natural lighting. I applied some of the Cali Ray mascara to the top lashes and the Rouge Coco Bloom onto the lips. Isn't that beautiful? I feel like that color, this color really complements the eye look. Let me give you a close-up of the eyeshadow. I got a little bit of mascara on the bottom lash line. That's okay, nothing a little Q-tip can't fix, but this is the final look. Isn't that beautiful though? It's like a very soft, everyday look. It's not too peachy. It's not too warm. The pink is not too pink because none of us really, a lot of us don't really like those very pink purple looks. And so I feel like this would complement an array of skin tones, and the palette itself has so much versatility. Like I said, you have a lot of one and done shades, yet you can use them all together. So if you've been curious about the Chanel Spices quad, or you know, the eyeliners, they're just solids, you know. The Rouge Coco Bloom formula, I love. It doesn't crease. It's nice and creamy, very hydrating, but you get the pigmentation of a lipstick, in my opinion. I mean, as you can see. It just feels great. There's no taste. Fragrance wise, I think it does have a little bit. I don't smell anything actually. I don't smell anything. I'm wondering what I'm smelling. I think it's the quad. The eyeliners have absolutely no scent, in case you guys were wondering, but you know that most of Chanel makeup products are scented, and no, I don't smell anything. These used to be scented. Maybe they took away the scent, which, I mean, finally, because everything from the line was scented. There's no taste. By the way, I get that question a lot on this channel. People ask me if the lipsticks have a taste, and probably because most of Chanel products are very heavily scented, this does not have a taste, and I can't smell anything. So, all right. I hope you enjoyed this video. I highly recommend that you save those points for brands that do, for your Ulta points, for those brands that never go on sale. Chanel never goes on sale. If there's a favorite fragrance of yours that you love from Chanel, use your points for that. Save your points for those staple products that you love from the brand and you can get for free with your points. Another brand I always forget that Ulta carries is Tom Ford. They don't have just their fragrance line, by the way. They don't carry all the fragrances, but they do have a nice curated collection of the Tom Ford fragrances. So check it out and see if the one that you particularly love is there. I'm gonna tell you right now that Lost Cherry and Bitter Peach is not there, but I am highly awaiting for those two to come to Ulta, because you better bet I will be using my points for that. Although, and I just want to clarify before I end this video, although Ulta has a lot of 20% off coupons and stuff like that, it always excludes Chanel. Chanel is never included in any of those promotions. Dyson is another one of those brands that's never included in those promotions. So I usually save my points for brands that I know I will never be able to get on sale. And that's just like the best little tip I can give you when maneuvering and using your points towards your Ulta purchases. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave me a comment down below. I will try my best to go ahead and answer those questions for you. You can also follow me on Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much and have a lovely day.